Jim Carrey, an icon of comedy and film, has been a fascination for his audience because of his unmatched energy and humor. Carrey is known for his versatility in handling roles that are both hilarious and distressing. But what if he did not exist in this world and instead woke up in the Demon Slayer universe? Imagine him as both a fierce Hashira or an eerie unpredictability of an upper moon. Let's explore Carrey's dual potential in this fascinating world, where he can be both a fierce protector and an ominous foe. Sit tight, hold on to your Nichirin swords, and let's begin. Jim Carrey's reputation in the showbiz industry is nothing but phenomenal. He always was a good performer. He started his career as a stand-up comedian where he mastered impressions and physical comedy that soon caught Hollywood's attention. His unforgettable performance in The Mask, Dumb and Dumber, and Liar Liar. Everyone who is cast, knowing his infectious energy and how quickly his sense of humor kicks in, won't dare to try to do that. Carrey is simply more than a comedic powerhouse. He brought out his ability to show different feelings besides his vulnerability, opening a window with his work as Truman in The Truman Show and as Joel in Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. His versatility shows how suitable he would be in the Demon Slayer universe. He's great at simultaneously making characters feel epic and human within a single sentence, no matter the part he plays, whether it's a heartfelt monologue or a crazy unmatched energy. Carrey gives out this raw intensity that keeps the audience on the edge of its seat. Carrey's unique range of characters enables him to effortlessly transition from a lighthearted charisma to intense dark humor. It's this attribute that really shows the emotional spectrum of the characters in Demon Slayer, as often as the characters are dealing with deep loss and inner turmoil, all on a quest. Carrey's comedic brilliance and dramatic depth would bring something extraordinary to the Demon Slayer universe. Imagine him embodying a Hashira, balancing humor and vulnerability to convey the complexity of a seasoned demon slayer. His ability to express sorrow within a single look or shift into chaotic energy seamlessly would amplify the emotional resonance of the story. He can infuse characters with unpredictable charm, making even their darkest moments captivating. His physicality, iconic in comedy, could translate into breathtaking fight scenes, adding a unique flair to battles. Carrey's knack for pushing boundaries would ensure his character stands out, redefining expectations while honoring the emotional weight that makes Demon Slayer so compelling. It would do well in this universe because he could even portray the most subtle gestures with meaning, and his capacity for everything would resonate well in this universe, where you will have to bring a new perspective to the complex narratives. The jumps of the tonal shifts, though, are jarring, but they add to the narrative depth. Some may find this approach challenging, but it ultimately enhances the storytelling experience. With Carrey's creative style, his presence in the Demon Slayer universe would bring an unparalleled fusion of emotional depth and dramatic intensity. He didn't have an easy journey to success. It was filled with challenges and a determination to defy the norms and limitations. There were times Carrey struggled with fame and self-discovery, adding complexity to his personality. Whether portraying a Hashira protecting humanity or a demon representing life's darker aspects, Carrey's unique essence would undoubtedly stand out, making him a captivating presence in the Demon Slayer universe. If Jim Carrey were a Hashira, he would bring his vibrant, lighthearted energy to be Flame Hashira. He would be remembered as a great, entertaining warrior who willed to protect others. If he brought a radiant and positive energy to even the darkest of Demon Slayer universes, it would come from his funny, passionate nature. He would appear in an orange and yellow haori, with large flame patterns on top, just as fiery as his fighting style. From a little peaceful village where he grew up, he would be an easygoing character with a funny and lively personality, even though it wouldn't be easy to smile. Then demons would come and attack his village, an attack in which only he survived, turning his happy life of idleness into a cursed one. Grief too, but not faffing. He would continue fighting back. On a mission trying to learn how to fight, he would find a flame breather as his mentor. He was willing to become skilled under his guidance. He wanted to make sure no one else would feel the loss as he did. His weapon would be a katana that glows red in the core during his battles. His costume would also consist of a flame-decorated belt and a bright orangish-yellow bandana around his neck, all displayed to represent his playful fierceness. In battle, his movements would be strength and drama combined to make it a thrilling performance. Flame-breathing techniques were part of his fighting style, and he will master all of them, each showing his skill and personality. First form, Unknowing Fire. He would dash toward his enemy with incredible speed, delivering a horizontal slash aimed at decapitation. This move would be fast and fierce, showing his determination to end fights quickly. Second form, Rising Scorching. With a powerful upward slash, he would attack from below, symbolizing his ability to rise above challenges and inspire those around him. Third form, Blazing Universe. He would bring his blade down in a powerful vertical strike, often ending the attack with a dramatic flourish that matches his fiery spirit. Fourth form, Blooming Flame Undulation. In this defensive move, he would create a circular slash of flames, protecting himself and cutting through multiple enemies in one smooth motion. Fifth form, Flame Tiger. His signature technique would unleash a fiery tiger that roars alongside him as he charges forward, slashing at enemies in a series of powerful fiery strikes. The tiger's shape would represent his fierce and protective nature. Every technique would reflect Jim's personality, blending strength and skill. His expressions and lively movements would make him a fighter to remember, turning every battle into a dramatic display of power and determination. Though Jim's character would often bring humor to lighten the mood, he would carry the weight of his past. His pain would fuel his resolve to protect others, making him a deeply empathetic figure. Younger demon slayers would look up to him, inspired by his ability to balance humor with seriousness. His words of encouragement and lively spirit would remind him that even in the darkest times, hope and laughter can make a difference. He would be more than just a fighter. He would be a symbol of strength and resilience in the Demon Slayer universe. And his journey proves that even after a great loss, it is possible to get back up to the fire of hope and determination. Jim Carrey as a flame Hashira would be a hope in the Demon Slayer world with his vibrant personality. And he had that trait of never wavering. He spoke up, and he'd always help others lift their spirit. However, what if the story had taken a darker turn? What if instead of letting his grief direct him towards the pursuit of justice, he'd become consumed by his pursuit? Picture Jim Carrey's pain led him to a darker path from which he emerged into a chaotic creature. If Jim Carrey were to explore the darker path in the Demon Slayer universe, he would become one of its most unsettling, most chaotic demons. He would become, as Upper Moon 2, the Jester Demon. A monster fueled by despair and twisting into nothing but an utter lack of predictability. He would haunt without being able to, yet soothingly menacing, terribly fitting, and terribly charming. He would wear a jester-like robe with the color around the green, purple, and yellow patched together in an end-to-end patchwork. The same color as his erratic and chaotic nature, glowing green eyes that would instill fear into whoever would meet his gaze, with kanji shining bright across them for Upper Moon 2. Jim's fall to darkness would start from a tragedy. He was once a beloved performer. Audiences loved him for the way he could make people laugh and make them forget their troubles. He would have traveled from town to town, places pouring tears of joy off countless faces. His life would be full of joy and purpose. That happiness would be cursed when a demon came and attacked his audience, causing nothing but destruction in its wake, and he would be the sole survivor, haunted with guilt, consumed with the idea that he should have been able to save them. His desperation makes him susceptible, and it doesn't take long before Muzan Kibutsuji finds him. Feeling the chaotic potential inside Jim, Muzan would provide him an escape from his pain, and tell him that he would be powerful enough so no one could ever cause him agony again. With nothing else but this sense of loss, Jim would then go on to accept this transformation, becoming a demon that survives off the chaos and agony he would initially seek to be rid of. As the Jester Demon, his personality would be a mix of charm and terror, using his comedic flair in a twisted way to unsettle his enemies. He would celebrate the confusion he caused, turning every encounter into a macabre game where his victims wouldn't know what to expect. His main technique would be Chaos Masquerade, in which he would wear a collection of masks to alter his abilities. Each mask would have its own power. The Grinning Mask would make him run, but at a speed so tremendous that his foes could hardly manage to keep up. The Weeping Mask would emit an aura of woe, draining the morale of anyone around him and making them reluctant to return an attack. His Laughing Mask would give him the power to blast laughter to create shockwaves, overpowering any opponent's stance with his blasts and tossing them off balance. His Angry Mask would give him an element of strength, and his close-range attacks would be devastatingly strong. One of his abilities would be Doppelganger Deceit, where he would create illusionary copies of himself. Each wore a different mask, so no one could be sure which was the original Jester Demon. The copies duplicated every movement he made, so no one would know which was the real Jester Demon. When it was most confusing, he would attack his enemies from the most unexpected angle, ensuring defeat. The worst, though, would be Jester's Carnival of Despair. In this last technique, he would summon an image array of illusions that shine with an overwhelming, intense vibrancy in the chaotic energy of the battlefield. Each of the illusions attacks in various ways, rendering his opponents incapable of using their senses and making them really vulnerable to his final, disorganized, and destructive hit. In this role, he would embody the very character of chaos and destruction as a Jester Demon. His erratic movements, unsettling laughter, and deceptive moves make him a nightmare for the Demon Slayer core. Building from unmatched agility with illusions and enormous power, he would toy with his enemies, breaking their spirit before the final blow. He would be so unpredictable that even the greatest warriors wouldn't know his next move. He would bring ruin wherever he went, one village destroyed after another. Hope lessened in the hearts of those who dared to oppose him. He would be the personification of chaos, a tempest of terror alive. Jim Carrey would be a great addition to the Demon Slayer universe. Which side do you think suits him best, the Hashira or the demon? Let us know in the comments. If you liked this, don't forget to check out some of our other characters in the Demon Slayer universe.